Good morning, loves. Wake up and smell the cosmic coffee because it is just another Magic Monday. Your astrological forecast for the week of August 22nd to August 28th. What is happening celestially and what I'm more interested in, how you can anchor this energy tangibly and practically within daily life. Astrology for real life, for your life, and I'm here every single Monday morning, 2:30 a.m. PDT, 5:30 a.m. EDT, to gently guide you into the week ahead by letting you know what the astrological weather is looking like. So what's it looking like this week, loves? So early in the week, we have the sun ingressing into Virgo, so happy birthday to all of the Virgos out there. We adore you for your detail orientation, for your service-oriented nature, for your kindness, intelligence, helpfulness. The world would truly fall apart without you, so we're so appreciative. And we also have Mercury trining Pluto, which is giving us this really powerful tunnel vision focus. Mercury then ingresses into Libra. We've got Venus in her own whirlwind of trouble as she opposes Saturn and squares Uranus. We've got a Virgo New Moon. Loves, it's a lot. So you're gonna wanna understand how this energy is coming to the surface within your world, and I'm breaking it all down thematically as well as day by day. So loves, with this Virgo New Moon, many of us are feeling this divine call to get organized, to get on top of our goals and to-dos, especially since we are in the pre-retrograde shadow for Mercury and soon for Mars as well. And this can be a highly chaotic, cluttered time. It doesn't have to be. The beauty of retrogrades is the prefix revise, review, recalibrate. And I want to support you with that. I've made you some digital assets if you want to be part of Magic Monthly. You can opt for the planets tier if you're interested in the printable calendar. You could put this near your work desk or within a binder, and it helps you visually see what the astrology aspects are of the month ahead so that you can align your schedule appropriately. So getting a sense of, okay, this day looks great for money, I'm gonna ask for a raise here. Or this day looks stressful for relationships, I'm not gonna ask my crush for a date. And then at the Galaxy tier, I make you a digital planner, which allows you detailed information on each of these aspects, how to find where they're landing in your chart, which leads to enhanced insights, as well as optional features like the gratitude tracker, big picture planning, reflection at the end of every month. It is my intention to allow you to synchronize and live in harmony with the cosmos and really allowing yourself to ebb and flow with these celestial cycles. That's why I create these assets. So you can find it below. Just click the button join and you'll get more information. There's also another tier, Comet. If you just want to support me, that's a great way. And just so you know, if you are part of it, thank you so much. You also get a cute little gold star whenever you comment on a video. So fun. So thank you so much to those who are part of Magic Monthly. If you're interested, great time to jump in right before the new month so you can jump in on the September assets. And without further ado, let's take it into Vibe Check of the Week. Cheers, loves. And let me know what you guys are sipping on today. I've just got a regular cup of coffee because you know it's Virgo season. We're getting down to business, okay? Couldn't do any of my fun little latte stuff, just a cup of black coffee. I'm out of almond milk, unfortunately. So let's take it into Vibe Check of the Week. So if you are new here, Vibe Check of the Week is essentially when we liken the week's astrology to a real life situation so that you have something to latch onto as you understand how the cosmos are coming to life within your world. So this week's astrology feels like that moment when you are suddenly disgusted by your home. I don't know if anyone else has ever felt that feeling where you're just like living life, relaxing, and all of a sudden you're like, when's the last time I washed my baseboards? Or like, oh my gosh, has my silverware organizer always been this filthy? All of a sudden you're looking at everything and everything's ugly and gross and you just feel this urge to clean and purify everything. You're like, ugh, everything is disgusting. How was I just living amongst this and not noticing? And then there's this dimension where your partner is like, what are you talking about? It's not even dirty. Has anyone else felt that feeling? Oh my goodness, when someone tells you that it's not dirty and you're like, what are you talking about? But I do think it is different when it is your space. Like I swear you see it through different eyes. Because I remember like my mom would be like, okay, we gotta clean. And I would be like, Mom, it's not even dirty. And like truly, when I was younger, I did not see mess. I mean, my parents did keep the home very clean, but I did not see mess. I did not see dirtiness at all. And now when it comes to my own home, I'm just like, this is filthy. I'm disgusting. And then when my boyfriend's like, what are you talking about? Why do you need to clean today? Let's go do something fun. I'm like, How do you not see it? So I do think that we have this special rose-colored glasses of ours are not our home. Does anybody else feel that? But I want you to also add on that dimension to the vibe check where you're like, everything's gross. And someone's like, what are you talking about? No, it's not. And like all you can see is like dust on the fan and like all of the little details. And you're getting really distracted, just like not even knowing where to start because all of a sudden everything is disgusting. You got that feeling? You know that feeling? Okay, so this is why it feels like that. So firstly, it is a waning moon week because we do have that Virgo new moon on Saturday, which is this fresh new start, yes, in Virgo energy, which is about cleaning, organizing. There is this call around the parties of Leo season is over. Now we've got to clean up. Now we've got to pay attention to like our home, which, you know, in summer bliss, I'm in the Northern Hemisphere, so I talk about summer, but in the heat of summer, we might not have noticed, you know, how dusty and dirty things we're getting. Then all of a sudden with the sun entering Virgo, it's almost like we have this laser focus around how did I let things get like this, and we just need to scrub and make everything pretty. Because there's also this emphasis on prettiness because Mercury ingresses into Libra this week. So we're craving cleanliness with the Virgo energy and then prettiness with the Libra energy. So we're like, everything needs to be pretty. I can't work. Have you seen this home? How can I work in a home that's not looking its best? So there is this drive and perhaps even perfectionism with these two kind of ingressing. And then we have this Virgo new moon. And the reason I added the dimension of your partner being like, what are you talking about? It's not even dirty. Why are you even cleaning? Why are you asking me to clean? Is because, you know, love could encounter some challenges this week. So there is this energy around craving more freedom and also feeling this energy of restriction within our connections. And adding to that with Venus squaring Uranus. Uranus also stations retrograde this week. And oftentimes we experience strong Uranus energy as wanting to like break out and do our own thing. And especially with the Venus square Uranus, it's just this energy around, how do you not see this mess that I'm talking about? Like you just go golfing, just get out of here. Let me clean, let me organize everything. I'm over you. I just want to do my own thing. Not saying you should, you know, be over your partner, but sometimes it can be frustrating. Like, how do you not see the mess that I see? Just get out of my hair. Just let me fix this. Like, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to clean. How do you not see what I see, right? And so this particular week is a great time to get cleaned up. Like with a waning moon week, it is a great time to get rid of things, to clean, to streamline. It can come from a place, a bit of a neurotic place, but it can provide us this fresh new start around the Virgo new moon. And I also want to draw into focus, I did do a video, Virgo moon by sign, that you can check out if you want to know what area of your chart this fresh new start, this desire to clean up, get organized, get streamlined is impacting your world. Just a couple of quick disclaimers before we dive in. First being, if I name a time, it will be PDT. So make sure to adjust to your time zone if you are not in California on the West Coast like I am. All timestamps are available below if you want to jump to a particular day. So now that you have the vibe check within your head, let's take it into our day-by-day analysis. Okay, so happy Monday. It's the 22nd, and the sun is at the anaretic degree of Leo for a majority of the day. Now, the sun does ingress into Virgo at 8:16 p.m. PDT, but with the sun at the 29th degree, this imbues this feeling of urgency. And for me here in the Northern Hemisphere, it is summer, so I typically liken this energy towards, you know, the wrapping up of summer, the urgency like sees all the summer memories, right? It's like, what are you talking about? Summer's over. We got to go to the beach. Where was the playfulness? Where was the fun? Where was the lighthearted energy? Like there was this urgency to want to grab onto all the play, all the fun. And I honestly encourage it because it is a moon day and we have the moon in its rulership of Cancer. So it's super, super moony. The sun is in rulership. The moon is in rulership. So we're really, really dialed into how it is that we feel. We're dialed into our own pure essence, our life force. And I would really encourage you to do something that celebrates that. Grab onto summer. You will be in the mood to get clean and get organized with all of the Virgo energy. Don't worry about that right now. I just want you to seize on to those lighthearted moments of play because I'm telling you there will be a tonal shift with the sun ingressing into Virgo. So grab a hold of Monday. Maybe not all of us can play hooky, but if you can, I would recommend it. Or at the very least, make sure to do something nurturing for yourself after work. You know, we could be feeling a little extra, a little more dramatic, you know? Leo and Cancer, I would argue, no one come for me in the comments, but I would argue Leo and Cancer are probably the most dramatic. And we love them for it. We love them for it. But they do things with heart. They do things with emotion. So with the sun and the moon both in these emotional, passionate energies, it's okay to be extra. And the Cancer moon squares Jupiter in Aries. So emotions will feel bigger. Great day for creativity. Anything that expands, really play and nurturing and the divine person that you are within. There will be time for routine. There will be time for cleaning. There will be time of getting on top of your to-dos. Right now sees summer, right now sees this moment. And then that evening, the sun ingresses into Virgo at 8:16 p.m., which kicks off a season that is truly about dialing in the little details of our world. And I hope no Virgo placements are offended when I talk about, oh, the party of Leo season is over, and now we have to get to our routines and whatnot. Like, Virgos are not boring at all, and it plays such an important role within the zodiac, but it is a time that we are more likely to be looking at our world rather than through this solar lens around play and fun and self-expression. It's through this lens around how is it that I can serve? How is it that I can dial in the details of my world in order to be my best self? So with the sun entering Virgo, just think of the sun as sort of like a microscope, sort of illuminating the Virgo components of your world, your routines, your cleanliness, the order, the organization within your world. And you'll also want to look at which house within your chart carries Virgo, as that can also illustrate where we're feeling this call to get cleaned up. So with that ingress, you know, the sun entering Virgo, it feels like that energy that I was telling you about, where all of a sudden you've just been chilling, living in your home, going to the beach every day, and then all of a sudden you look around and be like, there's so much sand in here. Oh my gosh, how to let my nails get this long? Oh my God, like all of a sudden you're just tuning into all the details and you're just like, oh, I need to clean everything right now. That's the downside of Virgo energy, is that we can be a little neurotic. And I would really encourage, like on Monday, we do have Mercury trine Pluto, which supports us when it comes to laser focus. So it just feels like this energy where we could be laser focused around everything that we need to shift and change and transform and get rid of all this stuff. Use this power for good and not evil. Trine is a helping hand. So I don't think many of us will feel it as obsessive, but it can be this energy where all of a sudden things sharpen into focus, where you're like, how have I been living in this home? Everything is gross and I am gross, and there is so much that I need to improve and shift. Take it one step at a time. Do keep in mind that Mercury is officially in its pre-retrograde shadow, so it's not great for new initiatives. Like, I don't want you to, get this idea and be like, I need to do this right now. Just work with it. I would look at your to-dos and your task list and see what you can streamline, see what you can clean up, whether it's physically cleaning up within your home or metaphorically cleaning up your to-do list, your ongoing projects at work, anything of that nature. So on Tuesday, there is some Pluto energy as well that I want you to be mindful of. Do keep in mind when it comes to aspects like Mercury trine Pluto or any Venus aspects, Mars aspects, especially if you get further out from there, we feel them longer than just the day that I note them. Do know with Mercury trine Pluto, we could kind of tap into that energy on Tuesday as well. And there's the moon also opposes with Pluto. And like I was highlighting last week with the Pluto aspects, Pluto is laser focused tunnel vision, and it can be obsessive, it can be neurotic, especially with the sun in Virgo. And it's this sort of energy where you start sweeping, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is gross, and this is gross. And then all of a sudden you're just like spiraling, just like how he's like living in this horrible house and everything's gross and everything's horrible and what is happening and my garbage disposal is broken, and just like spiraling, right? There is helpful energy on Tuesday, but it's like building to oppose Pluto. So particularly that night, try to get to bed early. Don't let your thoughts spiral around all the things that you need to get done. Earlier that day, we do have helpful energy. Cancer moon is still attuned to our emotional landscape. There's a sextile to Uranus and Taurus, which asks for a disruption within our daily routine of some sort. There's a trine to Neptune, so there is this energy around being able to see the perfection in it. Like, I do encourage making those shifts, cleaning up, whether it's your to-dos or homes, but I don't want it to come from this obsessive place, right, of trying to control and perfect. I want it to come from this lovely expansion, like this place around, I deserve to live in a beautiful home. I deserve to feel good about myself, feel good about how it is that I look and what it is that I see every day. Like, I want it to come from that heartfelt place rather than this obsessive, neurotic place, because there just feels to be kind of a battle of that on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, handle what it is that you could handle. With the Cancer moon, especially with it trining Neptune, we can be more emotional. This is definitely like seeing a sad kitten video. on TikTok and crying. It feels more so like happy crying, but with Cancer, we have to prepare for the waxes and the wanes, the ups and downs of our emotions, and just being able to tune in and respond to ourselves accordingly within that. And as well as with this waning moon, as we prepare for Saturday's Virgo New Moon, I want you to give permission to be on your own space, especially with the moon in Cancer. This is very homebody energy. So allowing yourself, like, you know, if you aren't feeling up to the happy hour, it's okay to be able to say no, knowing you're going to be more sensitive with the Cancer moon trining Neptune and then opposing Pluto. Protect your peace, protect your boundaries, protect what it is that you need to give to yourself. On Wednesday, the 24th, the moon is void from 2:40 a.m. to 6:09 a.m., at which point the moon ingresses into heart-centered Leo, which draws our awareness to creativity, to self-expression. We also have Uranus retrograde, and this is the energy around disrupting the status quo, around wanting to do our own thing and march to the beat of our own drum. It also, because we do feel planets more strongly when they do station retrograde or when they station direct, when they shift directions from a vantage point here on Earth. And with Uranus retrograde, this could be very restless. It could be this energy where you're just like, I need to do something, everything is annoying, I need to do my own thing. What do you mean it's not dirty? I need to clean this up. Like with Uranus retrograde, there is this energy where we feel this call to disrupt. We feel this call to change things up, whether it's change our hair, change our environment. We're feeling this call around, I've got to shift something, I've got to change something. Do you keep in mind Mercury pre-retrograde shadow, so not the time I would do anything major, but it is a time where you're like, okay, I need to be able to do my own thing. I'm not listening to other people. I don't care if you think my house isn't dirty. Sometimes when Uranus changes directions, you'll notice that people like randomly change their hair, dye their hair purple, or they'll randomly change their home. There is this call around, something's got to change. And whether it's changing your schedule or how it is that you design your schedule, changing your routines, there's something, especially with the Virgo energy and Uranus retrograde, where it's like, I just need to do something different. Like, this is just not working. I've got to clean up, I've got to streamline. Not that Uranus has to do with cleaning up, but it does have to do with, to thine own self be true. This is not working, let me break out. With that being said, especially with Venus squaring off with Uranus later that week as well, people could be behaving a little strangely. People could be a little odd. Like Uranus is, yes, the energy of the genius, the divine disruptor, but it's also the energy of kind of like the weirdo. So you could find that people are being a little bizarre. They're being neurotic about things that you don't understand. Like I am sure that from my boyfriend's point of view, when he's like, it's not even that dirty. Can we go to the beach? Can we go do something else besides clean? Like, I'm sure that in his vantage point, he's like, why is this girl scrubbing the floorboards when she just swept last week? Like, I'm sure it's strange behavior. But sometimes when you just feel that call around, oh, I just need to disrupt, I just need to do this, I'm frustrated, I'm restless, I just need somewhere for this energy to go, you know, we can behave in unusual ways. So I just want to let you know, give other people permission to be weird and be neurotic about what it is that they're noticing that they want to change within their world. Give yourself permission to be a little strange, to march the beat of your own drum. This is sort of a week where it's like, when it comes to relationships and partnerships, you know, you could just kind of be craving doing your own thing, and that's totally okay. Let your partner go do their thing and let yourself handle what it is that you're cleaning up, quote unquote, the mess. So let people be their inner weirdos, let them obsess. And maybe for you, it's not your home that you're suddenly frustrated by. Maybe it's like, oh, I need to delete everything off my phone, or oh, I need to clean up my IG grid, or I need to clean up my work desk. There's just this disruption energy where it's like, I can't take this anymore, okay? I need to change, I need to do something different. So honor your own inner weirdo, let people be a little weird. With this waning crescent moon and Uranus retrograde, you know, we might be craving a little space to do our own thing, and that's totally okay. And with Venus in Leo trining Chiron in Aries, there really is this healing wave of energy around appreciating the person that you are. March to the beat of your own drum and feeling proud of it. Like, I don't care if you think it's weird that I'm organizing my clothes by color and by occasion right now, but this is what's going to grant me peace. This is what's going to grant me order. Because oftentimes what we get wrong about Virgo energy, now that we're in Virgo season, is a lot of people think of Virgos as just like clean freaks. And like, sure, some may be, but it's not that every Virgo needs to be totally organized. They do need to have this sense of order. For them, having some sort of order quells their inner nervousness. So it's not that everything needs to be organized, but they do need things in a particular way that grants them a sense of peace. So just letting people on Wednesday, let them do what they've got to gotta do to grant themselves peace. This is like the energy where you could walk by your coworker's desk and they're organizing all their pens by, you know, ink color, things of the nature, or people are just being kind of strange and neurotic about things. Just let people, whatever grants them a sense of peace. With Venus trine Chiron, there is this healing energy around honoring the march of your own beat, honoring the person that you are, and doing what it is that you need to grant yourself a sense of order around this time. I also want to draw in focus. Uranus has to do with rebelliousness as well. So some people could be rebelling. Like, I see how you grant yourself order, but I want to do it my own way. Or this could also speak to a larger extent, just like society wanting to rebel and really question these desires for change that are coming to the surface, because retrograde does take this energy more so inward. And then that evening, the Leo moon sextiles Mars in Gemini. It also trines Jupiter in Aries. So allow yourself to feel optimistic. Allow yourself to feel freed by what it is that you are organizing or letting go of. And yes, this can be physical. This can be organizing pens, organizing shirts, getting rid of clothes, getting rid of books, and that freeing feeling that comes. But it also could be around getting rid of files. Like, I really want you to streamline, get clear, release, 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 so you can really move into this Leo new moon feeling free. And particularly with this evening, just with the Leo moon sextiling Mars in Gemini and then trining Jupiter in Aries, it is a really great time to feel optimistic, to feel expansive, to feel this energy around feeling more free, more light, because that's what happens when we release clutter. We have space energetically to call in the new, to feel more streamlined. Like, it really cleans up our energy. Like, our homes are a reflection of our energies. So if you are feeling stagnant, look at your home, move a couple of things around, clean something, dust something. Just by you shifting and moving energy, you will feel it energetically, whether it's on your digital devices or within your physical home. Move some stuff, clear some stuff out, and then Wednesday night there should be this nice freeing energy around feeling a little bit more open, a little bit more optimistic to call in what's next. I also want to highlight, with this disruption, restless energy of Uranus retrograde, I also want to bring to the surface that Mercury is at the anaretic degree, 29 degrees Virgo. And with this, there is this urgency, right, around our communication, around our language, as well as this Mercury sort of gaze upon everything. So you could just be feeling really wound up, very tight, very anxious, really trying to control things, which again, not always a great thing, but I want you to use that to streamline, clear. We're losing an entire day on Friday. The moon's void all day Friday, just letting you know. So do try to seize the earlier part of this week. There can be some nervousness, but again, how we quell the nervousness is allowing ourselves to find order, find organization in the ways that we can control. Thursday is a really great day to expand beauty. So I want you to, get dressed up, as well as see how you can promote beauty within your home. It doesn't have to be buying brand new furniture. It could be, buying some fresh flowers or something to just lighten up and infuse more beauty into the world. Like I said, there is this energy of kind of like neuroticness or like all over the place or feeling overwhelmed this week. And I kind of felt that low key sitting down to film. I was like trying to film and I was like, but you need to clean your bedroom first. And I was like, but you need to do your makeup first. Like, it was like so like, I can't do anything until everything is right and everything is pretty. I don't want it to come from that. I want it to come from this knowing that you are worthy of being surrounded by beauty. And whether it's, dressing up a little bit more, encouraging beauty within your home, maybe going for like a walk after work, really calling out the beauty around you, I want you to expand it, because the Leo moon meets up with the Leo Venus. So whether it's, doing something that infuses more beauty within your home, maybe dressing up so that you feel more beautiful, maybe going for a walk after work, and really I want you to consciously see and expand the beauty, like really look at the clouds. Wow, the clouds look so lovely. Wow, look at these flowers. Like I was saying, Northern Hemisphere, the summer's kind of ending. So really grabbing onto those moments and expanding the beauty. It'll sort of take you out of the Virgo neuroses if you feel that, sort of like bubbling up. And adding for this call for beauty, Mercury enters Libra that evening. So with Mercury, it's the planet of communication, of language. Unfortunately, this week we have two planets leaving positions that they're very comfortable in, moving into territories that they're peregrine, which means they're not positive nor negative. Mercury in Libra is like that. Here's what we can expect. So firstly, with Mercury in Libra, we can feel a little bit more indecisive. Like, Mercury in Libra is very fair, it's very justice oriented, but it's the scales. It certainly weighs things out. So you could be like, should I start cleaning my house with the kitchen? Or should I start here, and then feeling overwhelmed trying to decide, and then just dissolving into a puddle around, oh, everything's a mess and I don't even know where to start, everything's a mess. That's kind of a downside. I will say when it comes to language, we're a little bit more partnership oriented. This could be great for negotiations, contracts. Keep in mind, Mercury is pre-retrograde shadow. How many times am I going to say that in this video? Take a sip of your coffee every time I say that. So not the time I would do something new, but a great time to kind of reach out to contacts. When it comes to our language, when it comes to our thinking, we can find we are more relationship oriented as well as more aesthetic oriented. Let's call it how it is. Like Virgo and Libra definitely has that in common. Like Virgo definitely wants things around them to have some sense of order, and Libra wants them to have some sense of beauty. So great time to encourage more order and encourage more beauty within your day. And I just want to hear, this is a safe space, guys. Does anybody celebrate their half birthday? I do. Firstly, because I'm an annoying birthday person. Secondly, because it is sun opposite sun, and it's like a halfway through the year check-in point. It is an aspect. So I'm a big fan of it. Thursday is my half birthday, and it's just kind of fun way to celebrate. If any other Pisces are here, your half birthday is coming up too. It'll always happen during Virgo season. So just one more thing to celebrate. I'm not against it, right? And then that evening, the Leo moon squares Uranus and opposes Saturn. So things could just not be working with, it's like electronics starting not to work. Yeah, we are pre-retrograde shadows, so that's gonna start to happen. And just feeling a sense of frustration, getting like, you know, a letter in the mail of something annoying you have to deal with, or your garbage disposal is broken and now you have to deal with that. Just annoying life stuff that's sort of dampening the Leo moon party, which is why it's so important to expand those feelings of beauty and pleasure that you found early in the day, or at least I hope that you found. And then that evening, the moon is void at 11:55 p.m. And when the moon's void, important task you must avoid. So any night owls, stop your work around that time. So get this, guys, get this. The moon is pretty much void all day on Friday. It's void until 5:25 p.m. PDT, at which point it enters Virgo, the sign of the new moon. And this is a lethal combo because with waning crescent moons, we typically feel more tired and drained and introspective. And then with a void moon, we typically feel more exhausted and drained and all over the place. So, you know, I wouldn't expect Friday to be a very productive day. Try to handle that stuff earlier, especially with that Mercury trine Pluto would be a great day to sort of seize. Or when Mercury is at the anti degree of Virgo on Wednesday and there's this urgency around wanting to clean up and dial in all the things. You know, Friday's just simply not gonna be our day of being the most productive humans. And you could feel bad about that because the sun's in Virgo, and there can be a desire during Virgo season to identify sun with our effectiveness or with how much we do rather than what it is that we are. So there can be kind of residual guilt on Friday if you're not being productive. But again, when the moon's void, important tasks we must avoid. So definitely something to sidestep. And adding to this Virgo sort of guilt, Virgo's also building to square off with Mars in Gemini that evening. And with this is feeling all over the place. There's a lot on your to-do list and you don't even know where to start. Your perfectionism is getting in the way and you feel overwhelmed, you feel drained. There's so much to do and not enough time to do it. So you can just be feeling frazzled. This is the pure definition of frazzled. Where are my frazzled people out there? Is anybody else just like by nature a pretty frazzled person? My roommate in college used to call me frazzled hay because that was just always me running around just like, and that's our vibe on Friday. So we're all gonna be frazzled haze on Friday. Lean with it, you know, make a to-do list, try to stick to matters that are more mundane. You are worthy outside of just your tasks and your effectiveness and all of the things. We also have Venus square Uranus. This is the energy where it's like when your partner's around like, hey, let's go grocery shopping, let's go do this. And you're like, how can I go do this when there's so much to do here? Do you see how messy it is? Do you see how much is on my plate? This is sort of energy that's not necessarily enjoyable when it comes to relationships and partnerships. For some of you, could be craving more space or wanting to do your own thing. Let your partner have some space. You handle what it is that you want to do. Let your partner handle what they want to do. This is an energy where we can't exactly compromise. It's just like, okay, maybe you just need to go to the grocery store and I just need to clean because we're both bothered and wanting to clean up different areas of our life. And there's just like a fundamental disagreement. You know, this can be a time that your partner is behaving a little unusually. It's Uranus energy. Make your list, handle what you can handle, and try not to sweat the rest. So Saturn, the 27th, is the Virgo New Moon, which is a cosmic call to get streamlined and to get organized. And normally when it comes to new moons, this is the time that we plant the seeds when it comes to new initiatives, new projects, new. However, with this new moon, I would actually advise against that. I want you to give a fresh new start to old endeavors. So you can find out more information in your Virgo New Moon scope, but with it, squaring off with Mars, this is analysis paralysis. This is frazzled energy. This is super dialed into the details, but feeling so distracted that you don't even know where to start. And especially if we follow both the ruler of the new moon as well as the ruler of the planet squaring, so Mars and Gemini, they're both answering to Mercury, which is in its, you guessed it, pre-retrograde shadow. How many times am I going to say that this video? And so it's like treading through degrees where it's eventually going to traverse back through. So you can lean into this by giving a fresh new burst of energy to an area of your life that you have ignored, right? Which is why it's like all of a sudden you look at your home and you're like, what is happening? But it's like in the rush of vacations and just all of the things, you might have just let the home go by the wayside. All of a sudden there's this cosmic call around. I got to clean the fridge and I got to organize the bookshelf. It's like something's just driving you insane. It's not so much the time that, I would add something new to the plate, but rather look at what's on your plate, streamline, close off, see what you can get clean, and allow that to sort of ease your frazzled mind. With this very mercurial, stressed new moon, we could just be feeling all over the place. And it's just important that you handle and really plant down the seeds that make you feel some semblance of in control. And I know control is an illusion, but let's just keep Virgo under that illusion that we do have control of something, because it's like we can't control life, but we can control whether or not our floors are clean. So it grants us some feeling around, okay, this element of my life is streamlined and clear and clean. So I want you to look at the Virgo area of your life and see what you can clean up and streamline. Outside of the home applications, this could also be like, let's say it's within your 7th house of relationships. Maybe this is a time that you can really clean up your relationship. So really talk about those conversations that you've been avoiding, or get your plans for the future dialed in. Let's say you have it within the 3rd house, going through your digital devices, getting all the files cleared. I want you to clean up on Saturday that area of your chart and feel how renewed and open you feel for newness when you do that. On Sunday, the 28th, the moon's in Virgo all day, and it does have some support around it. It trines Uranus in Taurus, it trines Pluto in Capricorn, so it's this nice earthy energy, like ground down within your physical environment, make things happen. With the opposition of Neptune in Pisces, we can be a little bit more inspired. This is a great day around, cleaning and listening to art, or something that takes you into the mysticism of Neptune while grounding you down into the Virgo moon around cleaning, organizing, getting clear, dialing in. Also a great day around working out. Also, when drawn to focus, Venus opposes Saturn, so there could be this energy that you have to delay pleasure or delay love. It's like your partner's asking for a date and you're like, do you see this home? How could I possibly go out to dinner with you when the home looks like this and the dishes aren't polished and all of these things? Like with Venus opposite Saturn, there's just this blah feeling when it comes to love this weekend. I'm so sorry. I wish I had better news. It's just this vibe around, I just need to do my own thing. Like there's some sort of pressure around connections and relationships where it feels like either to a relationship level, there's not enough time to be able to give to your relationship. There can be certain issues plaguing the connection, or like a vibe of Saturn plaguing the connection, which is like, we have too many errands to like really connect. We have to clean too much to really connect. We don't have enough time to really connect. To a money level, because Venus is money, there could have been an unexpected expense, over the weekend, just with Venus opposite or squaring Uranus. Again, the Virgo moon is sort of anxious about that. And then with the opposite Saturn, feeling this energy of scarcity, needing to like control your finances or control, what's going out. Not a bad thing necessarily, but I just don't want you with this Virgo moon to obsess and go down this tunnel vision around, it's all gonna be ruined and like just clean it out. Ground down into your physical environment, ground down into your body. If you feel this energy of scarcity or lack of love or lack of beauty around you, ground down into your physical environment. Try to promote beauty, try to promote order within your external environment, and you'll find internally you're feeling a lot more beautiful and valuable and lovely and orderly within as well. And I just want to let you know, when it comes to those anxieties and neuroses around feeling the sensation of lack, whether it's lack of money, lack of love, lack of beauty, with Virgo sun, it's very perfectionistic, whether it's perfectionistic over your home or perfectionistic over your appearance. There is this energy around zeroing in on how things could be better, how they could be, prettier or improved or anything of that nature. It can be very critical. And so I want you to ground down within your physical environment rather than just obsessing and stressing over everything's dirty. doing some work to streamline and clean up. Rather than obsessing over, money and finances, focus on what it is that you do feel abundant in, whether it's feeling abundant in time, going out in nature, feeling abundant in nature. There can be a constricting nervous energy, but I want you to ground it down physically, as well as the Virgo moon opposes Neptune. So try not to visualize the worst. Like, Virgo moon could be a worrywart, and Neptune in Pisces is very imaginative. So when the two get together on Sunday, there could be this energy around, what if this happens? And then this happens, and then I'm not gonna be okay, and then it's all gonna ground down, take a deep breath, connect to your body, connect to the planet, connect to your environment, find order and beauty in the ways that make sense within your external landscape and with your internal landscape, and this too shall pass. So my loves, the Magic Monday mantra of the week is I clean up my life. And this is really inspired by all this Virgo energy, also Mercury entering Libra. We are really wanting to dial in the details. There can be certain elements of our life that fell by the wayside, and that is so great, honestly. That's why I love retrogrades, is because it gives us a moment to catch our breath. It's like when we're so busy creating and doing all of these things, it's like there can be things that fall by the wayside. Maybe our home is not organized, when we're not taking care of certain possessions as we should. And rather than, focusing and obsessing over how we are imperfect and how our home is imperfect, I just want you to slowly and steadily just notice what it is that you can streamline, what is it that you can clean up, what is it that you can find that sense of order, and allowing yourself to be soothed as you're on that pursuit. It's a challenging time of year. It's challenging being a Virgo placement, because, Virgo is energy of perfection, and we live in an imperfect world. And it's not that you need to be perfect or your home needs to be perfect, but you deserve to live in an environment that is soothing for you. You deserve to live in an environment that isn't cluttered, because when things are cluttered physically, you can feel cluttered mentally. And it's so important that we really just alleviate our mental space by streamlining as much as possible, by releasing as much as possible, so that we really have this fresh new Virgo new moon start. It's oftentimes when we have stuff and clutter and our phones out of storage and there's just so much, it's hard to be able to invite in the new, or we're so distracted from all of this stuff, like seeing the mess, that we can't even pay attention to the big picture. So love, just seek to streamline, seek to clear up. You deserve to live a life where you find the beauty around you, where you feel this sense of control, where you feel a sense of order. My Instagram handle is @HaleyComet Astrology. My TikTok is the same. I would love to connect with you over there. And until we meet again, drink lots of water and stay magical.